Hi, joining me today, we're going to be playing out on our reformer for a little bit of movement of all parts of our body, but let's see how it goes. Remember, the springs are different on every reformer, so it's difficult for me to tell you exactly what to use, but I'll tell you in terms of the spring tension of something like a half or a 1 or 2, that kind of thing, and you will adjust accordingly. So we're going to begin with a 1 spring setting, and you're going to come onto your knees. So obviously this requires you to be able to be in this position. You're just going to set your hands onto the bar, and we're going to go for a long stretch out in front of us. So just opening through the underarms, and then begin to lift your chest up over the foot bar, looking in front of you, and then pressing yourself out again. So just a nice gentle waking up in the underarm space, feeling a little bit of work happening in your upper cervicals, your upper thoracics, and opening your chest towards the room or the wall in front of you. So in these moves, we're always looking that the shoulders are staying down and away. From this position, we're going to take our right hand and place it underneath the bar and the left arm over the bar, or left hand over the bar. And then coming up, you'll notice you'll want to do a little rotation to the left side. So we're going to let that happen. It's a very small movement of rotation, but the left ribs are going to turn up and the right ribs are going to turn under, and then pressing out. We'll do one more time doing that motion. Remember, if sitting on your knees is not comfortable, you can do this in a high kneeling shape, and then we're going to change hands. So right palm over, left palm under. As you come up into their little extension, you're looking over to the right arm and shoulder side, and then back out long again. So this change in hand position is really subtle, but it does make a difference in how your ribs are moving and how your upper back is changing. We'll go last one, pressing all the way back out again. From here, we'll flip the left palm forward, and you're going to now go into more of a twist. So we're going to take the right hand to the outside frame of your reformer, and you're going to press away, looking down and under between your arms, and then bringing yourself up, still looking in that direction. So there's a sense of pushing in the left hand, pulling with the right, and then stretching yourself out long again. You're doing your best to still keep your weight as balanced as you can over your sit bone line and stretching through the underarm. So this is great for shoulder opening and shoulder releasing in your body. And then pausing out there, and we're going to change hand shape. So right hand on top, left hand to the framework, pressing yourself away. Get that gentle twist, looking underneath the arm, and then peeling yourself up, looking out towards the opposite side. So when we do twists like this, really you'd never want to push yourself into a feeling of stuckness or where you can't breathe easily. It should feel gentle, it should feel loving, it should feel opening. You know, those are the kind of feels that the body likes. You don't want to feel rigid and tight. And then pressing all the way back from there, and then returning your arms back onto the foot bar. We're going to transition up into more of a kneel shape now, and then taking your feet up against the shoulder pads behind. Still, we're on the same spring. We're going to bring our body weight forward, so we're opening into the front of the hips and into the chest, lifting your eye gaze up. The bed's not going to move, but you're going to go back towards your feet, lengthening through your arms and creating a curling through your spine. And then we're going to peel the body up, press the hips forward, open into the chest space, pressing the hips gently forward, shoulders away from ears as you look up, and then again coming down and a rounded shape. So this could be considered like a cat or cow pose, and again going forward, maintaining good organization through your shoulder line, and then back in through the wave. We're going to move the carriage on the next one, so we're going to come forward, and you're going to go over the bar and then press away through your arms, tuck your tail under and draw the carriage in. Press the legs away from you and lift your chest forward and up. So we're moving from shoulders, and then we're moving from hips and pushing back from hips and moving forward through the shoulders. So that lovely wave or cat-cow shape happening through your spine with every motion. The tempo is up to you. You don't want to do this too vigorously. You still want to enjoy the ripple effect that your spine is having, enjoying the steadiness and strength through your shoulders and through your hips. Last one, we'll travel all the way forward and over the bar. Maintain your position here. Raise your right arm forward in front of you and push away, opening to look back at that arm, and then forward. And again, twisting in your upper body. So there may be a small movement through the lower pelvis, but your intention is to still keep the right hip bone looking forward as much as you can. Bring the hand down. Let's switch to the other side as we open out, looking towards your arm and back. So far you'll see the theme of rotation, extension, and flexion in our spine. And again, nice big wide opening, and then bringing it all the way down. From here, we're just going to come up into a standing position. You're going to leave your heel on the left connected to the foot pad, to the shoulder pad and the carriage. Place your right foot forward in front of you onto whatever surface you can manage. I like to put my heel down as an anchor, and then you're going to stretch the leg away. Now the stretch really is mainly for the left and back of calf and Achilles area. So you're not going to go all the way out into a split, and then traveling the carriage back in again. And again, just a gentle easing open, and then bringing it back to the stopper. So we'll just go for 2 more of these. And the further back you go, because with every repetition, your body will open up spaces for you, you may start to feel the back of the front thigh getting out. So we're going to raise the heel up now, about midpoint of that shoulder pad, so you're on your toes, and then you're going to press away into a deeper split. So your split doesn't mean it's my split. My split may be not even as deep as yours, and then pulling the carriage back in again. So we're looking for straight legs on this version. The bar is your friend here. It's helping to support your upper body, but you're not rounding or shrugging up your shoulders. Everything has got good form to it. Nice open wide front and back leg. And we'll go for 1 more time, sliding the carriage all the way out and then bringing it back in. We'll change legs, so we've got a flat right foot. Place your left foot in front of you and begin the pressing away. Now, as you are aware, 2 sides of the body can feel different. So maybe you're noticing in your body what's happening between your left and your right sides. So we've got 2 more as we press out through the back leg. And then 1 more. And coming back in, I'm going to slip that heel up halfway on the shoulder pad, so my toes are still my balancing point on the carriage surface. Press yourself into your split backward, and then pull the back leg to the front leg to close you in. So as we're doing this movement, the 2 sides of the pelvis are doing different things. The left side is rolling back, the right side is rolling forward, but the visual is that it's as balanced as possible. So again, noticing which hamstring is feeling a little bit like it needs more attention for you might be coming up. And then bringing it all the way back in from there. We're going to sit ourselves down, and today we're going to go into a cross-legged sit. So instead of our traditional Z-sit shape of our mermaid, placing a hand onto the bar, still on the same spring as we press ourselves all the way out and lean over. I have someone who wants some attention, and then coming all the way back in. Are you going to jump up here? And then again, pressing out and go over to the side, lengthening. So from fingertip all the way down towards my sit bone on the left side. And again, stretching up and across, and then traveling in. Now, as I go over, obviously I'm creating a nice shape in the side of my body, but I'm using the bar to kind of feel like I'm pushing away from, almost like my ribs are going to go more up on the diagonal to the opposite corner, and then returning in. We're going to add in a movement of rotation, so staying out on the stretch. Twist so that you can tap your hand in the direction of the bar without your shoulder doing weird things, and then rotate back to your start. And again, rotate down to tap the bar. There is minuscule movement in the carriage as we're doing this. And then 1 more time as we rotate to tap, and then back to the side and bringing yourself all the way up. So as we go to the other side, I'm going to just have my back towards you. I'm sure that's not an issue. And again, just being comfortable in your seat. So noticing I have a mirror, am I leaning forward when I'm in the movement, or can I be right on the sitting bones, hand onto the shoulder pad or foot bar, and then going all the way over. So really feeling that stretch deep down to my sit bone and coming back up and in. So good strength and form on the single arm side as we press away, reach across the room and coming back. It's always good to think of your head space, ear and shoulder staying the same distance as you're over to the side, not letting them crowd into each other. And then on this next one, we're going to pause our stretch over and we're going to add the rotation. So keeping the bed as steady as you can as you twist yourself toward looking at the bar and then coming back to the side. So wrapping your shoulder blade around the steadiness of your arm as you reach across and then bringing it forward and over. And then one more time as we take it in the direction over the foot bar side, back to the center line, and then bringing yourself all the way up from there. We're going to add on some springs, so we're going to take on another red or another one setting. So you can have 2 on, or maybe even just 2.5. We're going to go into a little bit of movement for our back. So lying down, just make sure your head is settled onto the carriage surface. And then from there, just checking your alignment, head space between shoulder pads, arm space away from the sides of the carriage. We're going to go into a rolling through our spine as we curl ourselves up, aiming your knees away from you and just lengthening through the front of the body. And then traveling down, just softly landing between the bones of the back of the spine. Again, rolling yourself up, gentle pressure into the heels as we raise up, and then slowly coming down. So sometimes when people do this movement, there's a fastness of the lift in the lower. We want to make it slow, we want to make it mindful, we want to make it meaningful. So whether you're thinking about the spinal bones or the discs of the spine, I like to even think of my rib cage as staircases. So peeling up the stairs, walking upstairs, lengthening out, and then rolling back and down again. So I just noticed my headrest was up. So we want to make sure that headrest is down and low, not preventing your neck from getting squashed. So peeling the spine up, and you'll notice straight away I actually went a little higher in that movement. So coming back down, we're going to stay in the low position here. We're going to press all the way out to straighten into your legs. You're going to hover your pelvis into the air, so you've got a lift of the hips off of the ground, and from here we're going to slide the hip towards one way and slide it to the other. So we're going to do 3 slides to each side, and last set here, and then maintain the height as we come in, peel that hip right up nice and tall. From this shape, we're going to slide again, sending the hips one way and then the other. Try and do this without your knees traveling with you sideways, but your knees looking forward. And then press all the way out, have your hips in the hover, and then drop the pelvis down and slide yourself in. Peel the spine up, slide out to lengthen legs, lower the pelvis, maintaining the legs straight, and travel in. One more time this way as we roll the spine up into the air, pushing out really firm through the backs of the legs, down with the hips and in. We're going to change it around, 3 only, press out. Hover the hips up, keep them raised as you roll in and spine down. So it's again a wave-like motion. We've done lots of that in our little series today already. Your joints of your spine are multiple. There are over 100 joints. So you really want to create variations in your movements that facilitate those joints moving for you. From here, we're just going to grab the backs of the thighs. If this is not a possibility for you, either just roll off to a side as you bring yourself all the way up and swing the legs off to the side. So from here, This is not always easy, so you can maintain the bar height where it is, or you can lower it down one level. Please just do you. I'm going to bring one leg through and then the other leg across and over. So my intention is to lie my shin on the bar. My hands are going to hold at the base, and I'm going to pull my body towards my leg, creating a length through my spine that really increases the stretch and target area of my hip, and then you can relax out of it. And again, draw yourself forward, pull the bar to you if it moves, or pull yourself towards your leg, always making sure that your bar is safe where it is. Nice big deep breaths, and then you're going to release out of that, and you're going to switch your leg structure. And let's go for side 2. Now in your body things might be different, they are in mine. So again, you're going to pull yourself towards that bar, really growing out of the back of you, long through the crown of you, and then relaxing out. And then again, bringing yourself forward and up. And this is a good reminder that, we were always talking about posture and trying to be upright. And it's okay to slump every now and then, you've got range to do it. But it's about where you spend your time most of the time that is making the impact. So slipping out of that, I have a very incessant little puppy who would like to go and do some things outside. So we're going to make our way there soon. Thanks for joining me. I hope you feel amazing in your body.